5,000 talents or 5 talents, you will not want to just only one.
Focus on one?
Yeah, just bury your talents under the ground. If you have 2,000, you can use 2,000 to double your talents. And then if you have 1,000, you even have to work much harder, to triple the investment. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, class. How are you? Today, I'll be presenting, my research paper on the transition companies. The transition companies, it's a company I work for in Dallas, Texas. The case abstract, basically this case is going to present the transition companies and also how we can improve the organization, by applying some new business strategies to it. Basically, so the transition company's background. The transition companies was founded in 1988 as a consulting and a merger and acquisition firm called Succel Corporation. In mid-2008, the transition companies was formed through the merger of Succel and Enterprise Merger and Acquisition, and the company is located in Dallas, Texas, and the website it's transitioncompanies.com. The vision statement of the company. The transition companies, it's committed to deliver excellent services to its clients with one goal in mind. We want to become the best merger and acquisition firm in the world. The mission. Our mission statement is to empower owners to sell their companies in transition at the right time, under the right circumstances, and for the greatest return on investment of their lives. There are a lot of business owners out there who are looking to, sell their businesses, but what happens is a lot of times they don't know how to position them to the market. So basically, we help them to do that so they can really, have the greatest return on investment of their lives. The services of our company, basically, we are experts in selling privately held companies. That's what we do. But we also provide consulting services as well. Because what happens is, a lot of companies that we take in as a client, they're not ready to the market. So what we have to do is, we have to do an optimization analysis to position their company to the market so that the company can be sold at the right time and for the most amount of money possible. The problem statement is that the transition companies is looking for different ways to increase its revenues. Right now, we're mainly operating in the United States, and we're finding some problems in communicating our services to our potential clients. The market competition is increasing, and the revenues of the company are not increasing as fast as it was planned. Therefore, the company needs to reevaluate its business strategies, making some adjustments if it needed in order to, go back to the growth path. External audit opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities right now. Actually, there was a recent study done by Boston College has projected that over the next 50 years, 41 trillion of American wealth will transfer from the current generation to the next generation. A 2006 survey of thousands of business owners by Capital Solutions found that 43% plan to exit their business within the next 5 years, and 70% within the next 10 years, and 90% within the next 15 years. So, as a merger and acquisition firm, there's a huge potential out there to be explored. Also, a magazine recently reported that the largest intergenerational transfer of wealth in history is now underway, totaling $45 trillion, which it says will be transferred over 55-year, a period through the year of 2052. Also, the Cornell University economist and demographic expert Robert Avery has predicted that baby boomers themselves will transfer $10 trillion to larger generations. The Exit Planning Institute reports that the vast majority of this wealth is talking more than 12 million closely held companies, in that during the next 10 to 15 years, more than 70% of this business are expected to be transferred. So, I mean, when we have a lot of business owners who are looking to transfer their business, there's opportunity right there to serve these clients and help them to really position their companies with profitable exit strategies so they can really achieve the life that, you know, they're looking for them and for their families. Threats, we have some threats as well. Competitive rivalry. We're not the only merger and acquisition firm in Texas, and we're not the only an acquisition firm in the U.S. There are a lot of companies out there who promise to do services like we do, and so the competition is great. Also, availability of substitutes. There are companies in the market who try to offer the same services that Transition Companies offers, and we need to communicate to the public that our services are customized and differentiated to them, so we can secure our market position. The economy, it's also a threat. A recent economic recession may also cause existing competitors to accept lower profit margins. Also, interest rates may rise, becoming more expensive for private equity groups to borrow money to purchase a business. Also, political is a threat because right now we have the capital gains taxes set at 15%, and eventually they're saying that these taxes are going to go up to 26%. And if the capital gain taxes go up to 26%, that dismotivates business owners to sell their companies because they're going to have to pay more money to the IRS. So that's definitely a threat right there. Intern audit strengthens. Our company, we have a very good management team and also leadership. Our company has one of the most experienced CEO in the whole merger and acquisition industry. His name is Gene Sarton. He was the one who founded the company. He's been involved with the business for about almost 35 years now, and he tries to communicate his experience and knowledge to all departments of the company. Basically, he's very good at what he does, and that's very important. Financial resources. The Transition Companies has many investors, you know, who have invested a lot of money into the firm to make sure that the company will grow as fast as, you know, fast and as strong as possible. And the company has a credit line of $2 million just for payroll, and last year's revenue was around $5 million. So the company really has some financial potentials right there. The company has a great business development team, and actually I'm one of the members of that team. That business development team basically is the brain or the spine cord of the company, because that business development department is responsible for generating new business in a weekly basis for the company. If you take the business development team out of the business, then the business dies. It's like the food, you know, for a human being, you know, basically. And also, we have a very good reputation. The Transition Companies has one of the best reputations in the industry. The company has helped many business owners to develop successful exit strategies for their businesses, and is accredited by the Best Business Bureau. So we have a great reputation, you know, in the industry as well. Weaknesses of the business. Human resources. It's really hard to find people who are motivated to do the job properly, you know, because it takes commitment, and a lot of people are not willing to do that. Also, one of the weaknesses is unused resources. For example, in the business development department of the Transition Companies, there are basically 2 places empty that could be filled by new business development managers who could dial out and try to produce new clients for the firm. So I see that as a unique, you know, unused resource as well. Also, lower profit margin. The net profits for the Transition Company now is around 6%, and the company really wants to increase it to 10%. So that's our main goal, is to make that net profit to go from 6% to 10%. If we do that, then that would be great. Strategic planning. The first strategy, it's market penetration. Basically, it's an old product, services in the old market. With the growth of business owners who are looking to exit their business in the next 5 years, the company will develop a new and stronger marketing plan to achieve its organization goals, and the company will increase its marketing budget by $500,000